my thing is, bro, man, we got to do better within us. When I go to cities, because it's an African American museum and it's a national museum or it's the biggest museum, we got to do better support.
So what we need to be doing, just
reach out and touch, because you know what the most boards, black, white, predominantly white, or with black boards, I'm not talking about Nashville. They'll sit there and they'll show me all the hot spots in town. And the very first question I say when they give me a chance to speak, where my people at?
If you are live, subscribe. Man, look, I love the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody always talking about the Bible's being tainted with, and it done been through this hand and that hand and this hand and that hand. And I get that. But when I went read it for myself, you know what I'm saying? I know God give you like a spirit of your understanding of what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because they always say, like, yeah, I can get a scripture and it can mean something to me, and you can get a scripture and it can mean a whole different thing to you. And that's why I always try to read with my spirit, and I always try to go with the real direction of what I think it's saying to me. And so it always say, when you're a part of the kingdom, you'll sit with presidents, you'll sit with pastors, you'll just sit with the top tier of people to get to where you got to go. And just God wants you to have those relationships with those people on the strength of y'all actually are going to the same place. Y'all might not work at the same place. Y'all might not then come up at the same place, but the work is going to the same place. So shout out to Dion I got today. He's the president of the African American Museum on Broadway in Nashville, Tennessee, downtown. And we proud of it. So shout out to Dion. What's going on?
Man.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. But I'm going to tell you what you just said. And it's so true. I tell these people all the time. When God speaks to you, it ain't for everybody else. It's for you. So you can sit here right now and a pastor say something. You going to get a message. You going to get a message. You going to get a message.
Yeah.
I got mine. I can't do nothing with your message.
Facts.
He speaks to me all the time, bro. My wife and I are 38 years. We have sat in church before. And she said church wasn't hidden today. I said, no. I don't know what words you got. It touched me, and I'm moving on.
And okay, Dion, I want to know a lot about you today in a short amount of time.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So I want to ask you a question before I shout out. First of all, shout out to Quanti Cash, man.
Okay.
These are the guys that I would love you to meet.
Love to.
Quanti Cash, loyalty and respect. One of the only black guys like us that got a clothing brand, bro. That's feeding the people, and he's in everything he's doing. And I'm trying to tell people, I don't wear his stuff just because it's him. The girls like it.
Right.
When I'm out of town, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I'm out of town, they like it. My people from Chicago said, P, I like what you got on, send it to me.
Right.
And they're even ordering. And so I know you're from a different place. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. How is it? Where you from, first of all, just to let the people know? So shout out to Quanti Cash.
Quanti Cash, man. Hit me up. Quanti, if you're watching this, hit me up.
Okay.
Before I even tell you about where I'm from and everything, check this out, Holmes. Every city I go to, I've been the president 4 or 5 museums, 6, man. Okay. I don't know. I don't even keep up with that.
You lost count a long time ago.
No, that's God's thing.
Yeah, when you're president,
he just keeps using that too.
You lose count on stuff like that.
But check this out, man. Every city I go to, museums, these African American museums, they go in the cities. A lot of times, in some form or fashion, it's a disconnect with the African American community, right?
Most definitely.
So when I go in these communities, first thing I do is go plug in.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, how can I make y'all feel a part of us so y'all don't feel like this museum ain't y'all's? Because the museum is really y'all.
I want to get to that later, but keep going.
So what I do, I got a section in the museum now in our gift shop, Amplify Gift Store. Don't carry them black entrepreneurs from Nashville. So we got Melody Candles.
Okay.
We got some spray from my girl. We got games from Leah Avery.
Okay.
So I intentionally bring in. So if you got a product, I can't get everybody.
Yeah.
But I ain't got no clothing.
Look, when I say.
So if you got it, and I set the store aside so people know this is Nashville.
Quanti Cash. I brag on them all the time, and I'm going to keep bragging on them no matter what they say. uh, he has represented this town with class. Like they respect him, and not only do he sell clothes,
Hmm.
not only is he one of our greatest rappers we ever have, like Buff. He got a foundation for kids
Right, right,
that's really doing well and taking care of the community in that end. I told somebody this the other day. I'm through judging rappers by being a legend if they just can rap in
right, right,
Nashville.
right, right.
A legend to me is doing what they're doing, like what Kwani's doing. So we're gonna link you with Kwani real quick because I just think I wanna. It's just some people in this town you just should know personally
I
and have
want
a
to know.
personal relationship with them.
I want to know him, bro. So you asked me where I'm from. I'm from Decatur, Illinois,
Okay.
Central Illinois. I left there at 17. Well, I really
How close is to Chicago? Cause we love
two,
Chicago.
2.5 hours
Okay.
short.
Okay.
I give you if you was to take a map and throw a dart and hit Springfield, Illinois, which
Okay.
is the capital, 22 miles from there.
Cool.
30 miles. But I grew up there, but man, I knew at an early age that city couldn't contain me.
Okay.
75,000 people. Man, I was on the Trailways bus riding to Chicago, spending on the 79th and Halsted with my cousin, 13. I'm walking the streets. That's where I'm really starting to learn probably a side of the street I may not need to know.
You were seeing stuff you ain't had no business
Right,
seeing, really.
right.
Yeah.
But my mom, coming from a single parent, she ain't had no thing. She said, go. I remember, shoot, by the time I was doing Chicago, my mother said to me and my brother, this guy's honest truth. I didn't taught y'all everything I can teach you. Streets got to teach you the rest.
Let me ask you a question. If your mother was explaining you to somebody, how would you think she would explain to you? She would explain you. If she was explaining to her son to me.
That's deep, bro, because I lost my mama when I was 31 years old.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, but you didn't know.
Yeah.
I hate my mama didn't see who I turned out to be. And I ain't done turning out. God's still working on it.
Oh, yeah, she see it.
But she seen some stuff. She was proud that I got out of that race, what I was doing at home prior to the military. She was proud of me, but by the time I was 31 when my mother died. She was 51, ovarian cancer. But I know she's proud. My whole family, when I say my family, I'm talking about the whole 217. If anybody from the 217, it's a saying at home, like in St. Louis, they got the 314 day.
Yeah.
We 217 all the way.
What you think your upbringing was like? Was you raised with mom and dad? Or
No,
like, you know what I'm saying? What was your, because everybody got a different upbringing. And for you,
it's
and
two-sided tracks. I'm from them other one.
Even while I'm asking you these questions, it's because of this, and I won't let my people know why I'm coming, how I'm coming, and we'll get into a lot of stuff because a lot of people don't see themselves being a real president of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people think that I'm gonna just be right here when you got people like you that's really like in a place to where, you know what I'm saying?
You crushing me, bro. See, it was never my intent. This God's plan.
Okay.
This God plan.
I get it, but you got to walk first, though.
Yeah, you got to put that work in.
You got to put in the work. So even though, get with God, I'm a Jesus man.
Yeah.
But you put in the work.
Yeah, I did. But I'll give you a prime example.
Okay.
I couldn't get a president's job, right? White man called me and said, D, we want you. I was a chief operating officer. Okay. He said, we want you to come be a president. I said, all right. He said, you got the undergrad? He said, do you have your degree? I said, yep. He said, do you got your graduate degree? I said, no. I said, I ain't going to let him paint me in a box and beat me. So here come God. I had to put that work in.
Okay.
The man done told me what I got to do.
Yeah.
I ain't want to.
So did you go to college?
I went back and got I took one class.
Okay.
I took one class. But see, me and my homies would drink every Sunday.
Okay.
We do other extracurricular activities. Yeah. So after that first class, got an A, and I said, man, this ain't about me. I want to hang with my homies. But see, this where homies can get you in trouble.
Okay. Can homies get you in trouble? Can you get you in trouble?
You can get yourself in trouble trying to be with your homies.
Okay.
Remember I was telling you before we went online, so and there is no right or wrong way.
Yeah.
You go this way as consequences, or you go this way as consequences.
Whatever way you want to go to. Okay.
So I'm sitting there, man, I took that class, got an A. That was in November. I'll never forget it. And I sat there and I quit school. Got an A, quit.
In what grade? Was that college you quit?
That's college for my master's degree.
Okay.
Bro, I quit after that one class, and I wrestled with it. That was God, man. I wrestled till January. I got back in school in January, smoked that master's degree in 13, 14 months. And as soon as I got that degree, the world opened up to me. Everybody wanted me. They knew I could do the work
Okay.
as far as running a museum and doing that. I had to do that work to take that barrier that you can't discriminate. You can't use it to select.
You went to the Navy.
Air Force.
You
bro,
went to Air Force.
21 years strong.
But hold up. Let me
Okay.
ask you a question, because this is a real thing. This is a real thing. When we was younger,
Yeah.
I'm 42. You know what I'm saying? So I'm up in age.
Yeah.
And when we was younger, this is what we used to say. Before they asked me to go to the Air Force or the Army, I'm gonna shoot myself in the leg. I ain't going. And because a lot of us, yeah, almost definitely, yeah. Oh yeah, you good.
Okay.
You good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, to be honest, a lot of us were scared to go to a place where you went. How do you get the pump up to say, I'm gonna go serve this country, a country that we think that don't love us anyway?
Bro, it wasn't that I had to get out. My city and what I wanted to achieve, I didn't know what I wanted to achieve. And ain't nothing wrong with my home. I just knew I didn't want that lifestyle I was living at that time up to 17. I was an athlete, played baseball, football, all that. I wanted more. Okay. So I hadn't looked at I was serving my country. I wanted me a secure job.
Ooh,
I wanted me some benefits. And then I almost said something. They messed around and said you can retire and you get these benefits. Okay. Bro, I remember putting the brakes on at 17 because I was doing a lot of dirty stuff in the military, right? And I said, hold on, I'm about to beat them at their game. I've been in this military 17 years. I got 3 more years. I had to clean my whole self up for 3.
You was in there how long?
I did 21, but at the 7, but bro, hear me. At the 17-year point, I said, I'm about to beat them at their game. I cut out a whole bunch of stuff that could have got me booted. I got partners got kicked out at 19 years. I didn't want that. They didn't gave their whole life. And I ain't saying the country don't love you. You know how the world is.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, but I didn't serve for that reason. But but once I got in, man, the skills it gave, the discipline. I mean, I was raised with discipline. Okay. Military didn't do nothing but reinforce. So this day, I still say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. That's because I get my butt whooped if I didn't say it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. The military didn't give me that. All they did is fine-tune what I was. They just chiseled.
What would you say? What would you say the military did for you the most?
Showed me the world.
Just being in there.
Exposed me, something besides my hometown. I tell homies all the time, man, go do 4 years. Then go home. Okay. Get out here and see the rest of the world. Because, see, I tell my kids, leave here one time. Stay gone 4 years. If you still want to come home, come. Don't matter, but you got to see it's more than that. Go expose yourself to the way other people live.
And so, and even when you're in the military and you know you got family and stuff out here, like, do you miss your family? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know, we got, you know, you
preach.
Like you said, you from a small town. You know what I'm saying? And so, and even with family knowing you gone and stuff, and how's that connection when you're gone?
It's tough.
What's holding you down? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a wife while you're there, or you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or do you?
No,
I'm gonna get you in trouble today.
No, you ain't.
Hey, wife, I'm gonna go back to his past today.
No. She know this. I'm transparent 100.
Okay.
I've been married 38 years. This June will be 39. They just did a program on me at the museum the other day. Okay. That question was actually asked. I said the hardest thing is to sacrifice my family, my wife, my 3 kids, my grandbabies do to allow me to chase my dream. But see, chasing my dream impacts so many people.
Let me ask you a question. I want you to, you've been married 38 years.
Yeah.
And, you know, in the black community, we marry, we divorce, we marry, divorce. A lot of what we see. What keeps the marriage strong for you guys? Like, how do you guys actually keep the marriage strong to where we understand that we together, we ain't going nowhere, and we're actually bagging each other up? Because you're moving all around the world with what you're doing,
and I commute too. Okay. She ain't lived in one city that I lived in, but I'm home repeatedly. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And she got her own life and career going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So she did jack off her career one time because I was in the military. She had a chance to go to St. Louis while I was in Indianapolis and do something. She sacrificed a promotion, a career move for my military career. And I told her no more of that. You do yours. So how we hold it down, thank God they got FaceTime now. So it's really you always there. It's harder for me than it is for her.
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying.
my
You
wife
feel
and kids there. But see, what drive me, I tell my staffs all the time, I love y'all. Because what people don't understand, when I come to these cities, Cincinnati, Mississippi, Nashville, St. Louis, all these cities, that workplace, that become my family. See, I left at 17, so I really don't have a family. My mama died. Right after my grandmama died.
Yeah.
I got my brother, I got my sister, I got some. But it's hard. So when I get to new cities, that become my family.
Okay. Even with that, when you come into these museums and you're pretty much running them, and people are there and got families and stuff like that, with you being the person over the whole thing, how do you deal with your people that's under you? Because everybody got stuff going on and sick one day, might not be able to come in, problems, and how do you deal with people in general?
It's hard for people to understand. But I go in there and I tell my team, I tell y'all, I love y'all.
Yeah,
That's God. And I mean that.
yeah,
So with my staffs, they my family. I tell them I love them. They say, Mr. Brown, you can't love me. Yes, I can.
yeah.
You can't
You
understand
can't.
it, but I
can.
can. I don't mean no harm. And bro, I'm finna get off topic. That's the hardest thing when I go to these different cities.
Go where you go.
Because what happened, I'm trying to help you.
Okay.
I want to use this museum to put you on a platform and let this black museum uplift you and what you got.
Listen, real quick, just
See,
I,
we can
I
talk
don't
all
want to
day.
forget. That was it. But look, but no, I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget that. I want to ask a real question.
Okay.
Like, why was this black museum put here in Nashville? Because you got to think, for people like us that we ain't used to getting nothing down here, and they put it in the heart of Broadway with all the. It's for actually white people. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Broadway, Broadway is centered and built around white people. So what made them put an African American museum in the middle of that?
I'm gonna answer that question, but
Okay.
the last thing I'm gonna close it with, it's a blessing.
Okay.
So from my understanding, it was supposed to be over there on where Tennessee State Museum was.
Okay.
That would have been, what's that, Rosa Parks and Jefferson or Monroe? It would have been there. Before I got here, I was hearing how they messing up by not putting it over there in our community.
Okay.
Well, behind the scenes, I talked to Henry, the Senator Gilmore, is it?
Yeah.
They did a town hall meeting. They told the real story. So it's a lot of stuff of why.
Brenda Gilmore.
Okay,
yeah.
And
shout out to Brenda Gilmore. I like her.
Yeah, I just saw her the other day.
Brenda.
That she cool.
Okay, she is. Yeah.
So when I heard this story, I said, Henry, you got to get this word out here because community think we sold out and put it down on Broadway for the white people versus over there on Tennessee State.
Most definitely.
So they did a town hall, and I told him to do it at the museum and do it. Chose not to. He did it his way. So the word is out. There's a story behind it, and but more importantly, it's almost a blessing because it's down there on Broadway, like you said.
I love it.
It's down there on them.
I don't like the parking of it because we can't.
I got something. Yes, you can. I got something for you that parking too.
Okay.
I'm gonna hook y'all up on that parking. It's a misconception. It's a misconception. Nay, ma'am, got you on that parking.
Okay.
You're going to put some skin in the game. But going back to it, the reason why I say it's a blessing. Prior to me getting here, they did the block party up at the rooftop. You know, at food court and all that.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I said, no. So last year I said, Henry, we're going to call this a block party. It needs to be out there on 5th and Broadway because it's significant. Everything I hear is blacks ain't been as welcome here on Broadway. You got all these honky-tonk. Let's fill these streets with our culture.
Yeah, I like Avrana.
So last year, ask AVP. Avrana, tell him.
Hey, look, shout out to I always shout Avrana out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But go ahead, and we'll come back to you.
We
ATP.
put that Motapa on Broadway, man.
Okay.
It brought our culture. So you have white, because see, all I want to do is tell you our culture.
Yeah.
Show it to you. I don't care what you're seeing on TV, and I'm going to take that museum platform and tell you the real story that y'all been bamboozled on country music. You see what I'm saying? Because country music ain't nothing but blues. That's in turn that
I
way.
mean, that ain't
and it's okay for
nothing,
you to bite on it. Just
that
like
ain't
you know what a
nothing
honky
that we
tonk
don't
is.
know.
You know what a honky tonk is?
What is it?
A juke joint.
You
You tell me.
No,
So you
I'm
put this
learning.
African American museum downtown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on blast. Remember I told you what you see is what you get. You can't change me.
Yeah.
I'm that one. I'm not that corporate stereotypical.
Yeah.
not me. So I'm gonna tell our story, and when it ain't good enough and it embarrass you, then I'll go.
Question real quick.
Mm.
So, what is that museum actually doing for black people?
Bro, black people putting us to work,
Okay.
telling our story.
Okay. I can dig that.
Putting us to work, telling the story unfiltered.
Okay.
DJ Smoke. I got him on, for y'all that know him, he's there every Saturday doing Heartbeat Saturdays. When them black folks get off them tour buses, homie, they party. It's a vibe from the time you hit that street. Smoke interacting with him. He's now our featured DJ, so when we go other places. So now he gets to use this platform to grow himself.
Most definitely.
Now we bring the African-American vendors, Nashville vendors. I'm putting them on blast. You know, this week we charge $25,000 a month to put your promotion on our billboard.
Okay.
These women, these 5 women we featuring, they ain't paying nothing.
So real quick, because you know everything's about money. So
I don't charge nothing.
What? How do the Black African American Museum make money?
Admissions. So we get about 150,000 people to the museum. That's
Okay.
That's roughly about 2
a year.
Yeah.
Okay, that ain't good.
No, it's
but
not.
It ain't bad.
It's about what I told Henry in 2018 what his numbers would be. He told me they was gonna get 600,000. He told me they were gonna get 400,000. I said, Henry, you ain't doing none. Now one.
You got millions of people coming down there on a daily.
But they white folks, man.
I know. Okay.
They white folks.
I get it.
So how do I get you black folks?
So white folks ain't coming into the black.
Oh yeah, but see that's just it. White folks love our culture.
Okay, yeah.
They love our music.
It's black people coming, showing up.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Bro, it's a beautiful thing. I promise you. Y'all come down there and check it out. It's a good question because I do this in every city because I've been of all the museums. They all black museums except for the first one that was a white, and you tearing down those. So go back to the parking.
Yeah, let's go back. That's what.
Let's go back
to the parking.
Homie, y'all go down there and see Beyonce, any concept Bridgestone.
Okay.
Y'all don't tell them to cut that price out. See, this is what we got to get over. I'm going to talk to the camera now.
Go ahead.
We all in here trying to uplift everybody.
Yeah.
So if you can go to a concert, y'all may Uber to it. Uber to the museum.
I do that.
My thing is support us because it's our culture. Okay. I mean, we really are pouring into the community. I'll get to more of it. But then we got a partnership with the 5th and Broadway, North, whatever it's called, where we give you $20 voucher. So even if it's $20, if you come in park and come to the museum, you scoot in. If you're under 2 hours, it's free. If you stay 2 hours and 1 second and the rate go up to 40, you still getting $20 off.
I mean, no, we ain't. Look, no,
I'm saying we got validation. We giving you $20 validation. So if you take the time to come see what we doing.
Let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a real. This
you can shoot me any kind of way you want to.
This is a real. No, this is a real question here. Okay. And this might be a biased, selfish question. It might be selfish.
Okay.
We got a lot of people that's coming down to the museum, and they're doing live shows, live podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
We had Dr. Umar down there last homecoming.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
TSU.
so most definitely. So, how are the guys that's actually interviewing and coming, getting that spot at the museum to say, "Hey, we're locking it down," and Dr. Umar is here, or Drummer Boy is here. How is the guys getting that spot, and who's being picked to interview the guys? But how are the guys getting those spots? And then we'll go to who's being picked to interview them.
Ask D. We want to do a podcast. Capo can come up.
I Capo. Shout out to Capo. Concrete Magazine.
I think this will be.
I'm talking about him.
I think this will be his third show.
I met with Capo though
because he asked.
Okay.
Nobody asked. But nobody asked. I can't see. I tell. Hold on. Come here, y'all.
I can't. Yeah.
Come here, y'all. I used to tell people all the time. I'm not from here. Y'all need to plug into me. I used to be in Cincinnati. Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't. I'm not gonna say where I was at. I had a meeting. Okay. There's some mess that went down in that city. Not involving me, but it was some racial stuff, right? So they wanted to have the top leaders of the city convene to try and solve this issue. They had it at my museum. When it came up, now they saying everything. They going around the table, so they finally come to me. Bad thing. I said, hold on, before I answer that lady's question, Y'all supposed to be the top 5 leaders, top 50 leaders in the community.
Okay.
I'm at the Black Museum. I'm on the TV news, and not one of y'all ever reached out to me.
Ooh.
So how can I sit there and try and help you? How can I help you? And y'all ain't reached out to me.
You know what? That just made me sad.
Bro, it's the
Now,
truth.
look,
It's every city I want to. But see, that's why I had to, every time I go to a city, that's why, remember, before we got it hot, I said I go plug into the community.
Yeah.
So the only way AVP.
Hold up.
AVP,
shout out to Dump. My friend, man, I want to say this real quick. I called Lawrence.
What I tell him?
Look, I called him. I called him this morning. I was bragging, and I was so excited about this interview today.
Right.
And I called him about 7 in the morning. He sounded like he was asleep this morning.
Yeah.
That's what I said, and I can say this because it'll be everything. Will be once the video come out, everything be everything. And I said, man, I'm excited about Dion coming tonight, man. Happy. He was giving me pointers, and and we was just having a conversation and all this and that. And then he said, P, I don't want to disturb what you got going on, but my pops died.
Oh.
And I was like,
I just talked to him. He ain't said nothing about it.
Exactly. So I was like,
damn.
And that's how much. And I want to. And the reason why I'm bringing guys like him up and guys like Kwani up, I want to introduce you to some guys that's really is solid and loving. Past him going through what he was going through, he was giving me pointers with you. He was like, he cool, he is. Yeah. Then when he said that, I was like, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, nah, P, you didn't know. He was like, man, I was going to call you yesterday and tell you. But it was just more like, he was like, man, life go on, man, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Because he was happy about this interview.
Bro, he was so excited. When he told, we sitting there at a bar, cigar bar, and he said, my homie, Lil Pete want to get you. And all it took for him to say it, see, that's my plug.
We go back to what you just said when I was talking about the museum, you said ass. And we running around here trying to get you.
Right.
And my friend just asked
direct connect. It's a direct connect, man. All you got,
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All you got to do, I ain't saying we can do everything because we still got programming put out. Yeah. But we got room at the table for everybody, man. It may not happen this month. It may be 2 months from now.
So what makes you fight for your people like you fight for your people? Because just with you not even knowing me.
Because I don't care.
But you said, you just like, Pete, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't even option, bro.
Yeah.
It is our job. See, there's so many people that get in these positions, and they trying to fit a role.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to fit no role.
Yeah.
See, this man up here running me. He play once he give me my piece, and I'm speaking for mine.
I like when God people in.
Bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not perfect, man. I'm sitting here sipping now. I do things that, but see, as I tell people, don't sit here and judge me. I'm a piece of clay on the molding block. Check yourself, man. Don't worry about what daddy doing. I hate to even go and call myself daddy because you bring
gotta do that sometimes.
You bring that thing out there, you know. But real talk, man. I'm a worker. I had to have a conversation with this young lady yesterday. And we was talking, and she said to me, what's your budget? I said, little young lady, let me help you to the game. I'm trying to help you. I should be asking you how much you gonna pay me.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm saying you gotta look at the long. See, we get so caught up trying to make it happen right now. Look at the long game. So if you come do this, that's gonna lead to this, and then that gonna lead to this, because I control all of it as long as I'm here. So you gotta play things for the long. Don't try and get in and get out. Cause see, you hot. But what's wrong with attaching yourself? Take a little humble pie and attach yourself to a national brand. Bro, you know how many times I had to take a step back to leapfrog 5 people? Yeah. Humble yourself, man.
Okay.
Young ladies, men and women, humble yourself.
But okay, so if we're speaking to somebody and where you at now, like how do you deal with if you feel like that you're supposed to have this position, and even the position that you're in right now, you can't tell me that you didn't feel like you were supposed to be in that position a long time ago.
Bro, I've been in this position for 20 years, though.
Okay. Oh,
so,
but prior to coming up to that position, working
I was satisfied.
Okay.
I wanted to be I told you, my undergrad's in human resources. And the only reason I got a degree in human resources because it was a hustle.
Yeah.
When I retired from the military, I didn't know what I was going to do. They said if you 20% disabled, we'll pay for your college education and pay you $1,500 a month.
And you with at least 20%.
I woke up in that class. Excuse me. Can you repeat?
I'm 20%.
Can you repeat what you just said?
Yeah.
He told me. That's why I went and got my undergrad. Had I slept through that class or not went to that retirement class, I wouldn't have taught, because it was a hustle.
Yeah.
Everything, what I do is legalize hustle.
Okay, but
legalize hustle.
If you're not, if you're not,
1007 West Green Street, Decatur, Illinois. Long View Project.
Chicken, come on, stop it.
You hear me?
You think because you're a president, he ain't been through nothing? They think because you're a president, you ain't been through nothing.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I got you here for.
Go talk to my staff.
Yeah.
I tell my staff sometimes, dude, I'm 60 years old. What you even thought before the thought hit your head, I'm going to tell you what you saying and what's getting ready to do. Man, but that's why I love my home. It taught me everything.
Can I ask you? Okay, so look, and this
and I ain't trying to come off no certain type of way. I'm just saying I have a lot of friends.
This might be
I have people that do some things.
This might be another selfish favor.
They respect me enough to keep me in a certain light. Look, you know. I'm just saying, homie.
This might be another.
But you know what? Hold on, let me say it.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't care who's gonna see it, cause what they gonna do? Fire me? When you so confident in yourself and you legal, don't sell. That's what I call a sellout. If you can't be you, I'm gonna be me one. Cause I tell my kids, I tell my wife, I tell people, I gotta look at that dude in that mirror every
day,
and I gotta respect who I see.
Okay, so look, we had Dr. Umar last year for TSU homecoming. Shout out to Loon who interviewed him. But we want to we need another one this year for homecoming, but I think it need to be If You're Allowed Subscribe show. And I think it need to be some prominent people in Nashville so where you can really get some good people in there and meet some good people who is actually from here, who actually love here, who's actually looking up to guys like you that they don't know.
Two things. Dr. Umar, we partnered with AG.
Okay.
So that whole thing for TSU homecoming was his.
Okay.
But we got a series that our museum do that we produce called 615 Stories.
Okay.
Check out Noel Taylor. I'll give you a contact. So we love telling Nashville stories.
Okay.
And so we do that. If somebody got a podcast, hey, we have opportunities because all it's doing is giving us another program. See, the way museums work is all on your programming. If you got solid programming, sponsors, donors, and as long as it stays true to your vision and your mission, as long as you don't mission creep,
is the recording coming with if I come record a podcast at the museum, do I bring my cameras in or is cameras everything's already there?
Normally what happens?
Okay.
They bring theirs.
Okay.
Because they looking for their own quality. You know,
we're
a museum, so we can live stream some stuff, but it ain't gonna be at the quality. We got a media partner that we go to, but then he charges, so we pass it on. But like the way y'all got it set up in here, everybody they don't normally bring their own.
But how do and just I gotta go.
You got to come
Dion,
check me out.
I gotta go back to this. I gotta go.
Okay.
How can you love this museum stuff so much to where you leave your family?
Damn, God, it's a calling. Hey, bro, I can stay at home right now. I retired from museums in 2019.
Okay.
And I said, I'll never do another museum because it's a heavy lift, bro, because I got to plug into the community. I got to plug into the staff. I got to fix stuff.
How do you, real quick.
It's hard work, bro.
Real quick, because that was an easy answer for you, and it wasn't easy, but it was inspiring. But real quick, so how do you decipher who you are dealing with here and who you are not dealing with here? Do you when you first come here, do they have a check-in type of person like talk to this person, or do you just come here on your own and just try to find out? Because I'm telling you this,
it's very unfortunate.
Lawrence Hall,
yeah,
you found one of the great.
Bro, I got goosebumps. What you just said, bro, it disappoints me with our people.
Okay.
Normally when I go to a museum in a city, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but I'm top dog when I get there. For the African American community not to reach out to me is a disservice. I'm new to your city. I'm a transplant.
But hold up. I gotta take up for the African
hold on, let me
American. We
finish.
don't know.
Bro, when I'm on the news, they make
Okay.
it, I'm in the press.
Okay.
I mean, Nashville is an exception. Didn't
Okay.
happen because I was already here. But
Mhm.
these other cities I go to, man, I'm the president of the B.B. King Museum. When St. Louis hired me to open the National Blues Museum, that was all on CNN. That was all on CNN.
But look,
so how does St.
higher-ups-
Louis not open their arms to me?
But how do the higher ups treat you with the position that you got?
Yep.
How do the higher ups
You know what I
treat
tell
you?
'em?
The mayors and that's what I'm saying. How do they reach out? Do they reach out to you? Do they care or like what's those conversations? Not getting into y'all conversation
No.
because that's
100.
But how do they reach out to you and say, "Hey, we're gonna make this better"?
It's a mad thing of respect, bro. Most mayors I have met,
Okay.
even with the mayor here,
Okay.
I met him once.
Okay.
Very friendly, very generous
Okay.
for that museum, for
Okay,
what he
yeah.
did that day. But what I'm saying is, generally, I got a relationship. Know him. Like I said, I lived in the mayor's house when I was in Mississippi.
Yeah. Yeah.
My thing is, bro, man, we got to do better within us. When I go to cities, because it's an African-American museum and it's a national museum or it's the biggest museum, we got to do better support.
So what we need to be doing, just
Reach out-
concerning the
Reach out and touch, because you know what the most boards, black, white, predominantly white, or with black boards, I'm not talking about Nashville.
Okay.
They'll sit there and they'll show me all the hot spots in town. And the
Okay.
very first question I say when they give me a chance to speak, where my people at?
Yeah.
You ain't showed me my culture. You ain't showed me my hood.
Have you
Bro,
have
you want to
been
take me to
introduced
these white tablecloth restaurants? Give me some shrimp and
let me ask
grits.
you a question. Have you
Catfish?
have you been introduced to Black Rob? Have you been introduced to Melissa Chapman? Have you have you got with Joy Kimbrough? You know what I'm saying?
I'm still saying no.
It's
still
so many people
But
that's
see,
here.
you got to fix stuff though, because my predecessor may have had a reputation, so that therefore that museum has a reputation, so people don't want to mess with us.
Facts. Okay.
So therefore, I got to go out and come on your show.
Yeah.
I got to meet people like Lawrence, because when people see me, they say, "Oh, he ain't nothing like."
Okay.
And that's not just
and real
on-
quick again. Tell the people what they need to be doing in reaching out to you.
Hey, hit me up. I almost gave my phone number. I work for
Don't give
BB.
phone number. I'm just
I
saying.
know when I work with BB King, I messed up and I got some calls.
I get a call.
Ooh-wee.
I'm glad I got the number. But
Hey.
I'm just saying, and so because
I would make it real easy and
Okay.
give you my email address. I'm gonna let you do some work. The best way to find me, come there on a Heartbeat Saturday. Check out what our culture do.
Okay.
If you want to do that extra leg work and go on website, you can find me real easy. I'd rather you come see me in person, because you know what I do every Saturday?
Yeah.
I'm out there checking up with all of them. We doing business out there. People see me. Now, normally I'm in sweats and a hoodie.
yeah.
They don't know I'm the president, but for a brother or sister see me, see that big,
How do
beautiful
you stay
60s.
humble with that though? Like, get what? Because you know
I'm
what I'm saying,
telling
if
you
I'm a
who.
president, I'm telling them,
No, man.
I'm
See, that's
president.
fake.
If you'll laugh, subscribe.
No,
I'm
man, you
president.
all in your head. But see, so many of us hit that level.
And I wouldn't do that,
Bro,
but I was just asking.
I'm so behind the scenes, bro.
Okay.
I'm in Cincinnati. Brother, I done hooked up with this brother for 3 months. He on a bar. I'm sitting there drinking, right? One day, the news come on. We sitting there, we chopping it up. He looked at the TV, looked at me. He said, "Hey, bro, you said you worked at the museum. You didn't tell me the president. What difference does it make?" Because, see, I want to meet you on this level. So
Okay.
then, when you find out I'm the president, now you got to come sit across, come talk to
So
daddy,
when
because,
do-
see, it's a whole
But hold
different...
up. But Dion,
Sir,
hold
sir,
up. Hold up, Mr. President, sir.
sir,
But hold up.
give it to me.
But when do you actually supposed to use your status as what it is, other than staying humble?
When you sit at my desk and want to do business. I had a person tell me, since I've been in Nashville, white person, only reason we messing with you because it's him. He keeping it 100. He said, "I'm gonna use Dion words. I'm gonna keep it 100 from the time you walk in this door to the time you walk out." That white man used my words. Only reason we messing with y'all right now, he pointed dead at me. He said, "I'm gonna tell you something." He said, Dion said, "Don't ask me a question you don't want to hear the truth to, and I'm gonna shoot you straight." And he said, he took his glasses off, put them down, and said, "I'm gonna tell you just like Dion just said, because of him." See, you can be yourself. You gotta know how to play you know what make me successful? People say it. I tell them,
Okay.
it's a place in one of the cities I should live at.
Yeah.
I can get down
Come
on
on,
9th
with
and
it. Let's
Grove.
Let's go.
I can get down on 9th and Grove, and I can get down in the boardroom. So you got to be able to do both of them and be authentic in both of them. Because, see, if you're on 9th and Grove, they're going to peep your game real quick.
Yeah.
boardroom, you can still be that same person. They gonna see you for who you are. I was just telling somebody today, I consider myself Moses sometimes. I keep an Aaron because I ain't the best talking person.
How have you enjoyed our state that we love so much, Nashville, Tennessee? How have this experience been for you?
Bro, I get engulfed in every community I go to. Nashville's no different.
You're just a real black man.
I'm a real man. See, here we go. Black excellence. Okay. What's black excellence? We just see that's a label.
It is. Yo, I agree with you.
Hey, bro, it's excellent. Don't tell me this black excellence. You don't say it's white excellence. Why the hell we saying
this? I totally agree with you.
Shit.
I'm sorry.
Straight me out when I'm wrong.
I told it.
Hey, man, I keep it 100. I'm sorry. And I don't care. I even check black folks on it.
You should. Yeah, you should.
I ain't
worried. Ain't no excellence. Is just excellence.
What you said, just like I told homie Omega, we 365 in the 615. There ain't no such thing as no damn Black History Month. Don't disrespect me and my culture.
Every day.
Man, you better come on because I'm gonna teach you every day. If you come to one of my museums, as long as I'm there, we teaching.
We teaching.
We gonna teach. We finna tear up country music. See, y'all want to sit here. I kind of touched on it with them.
How much time do you spend in the museum,
bro? I got to slow down because God set me down for 3 months. Okay. Man, when I go to a new museum, it's so much work to be done to flip that thing. Bro, I'm in that. At home, people, my staff tell you, I start emailing and texting at 4:30 in the morning. One boy tried to hit me at 1 o'clock in the morning. I fired right back. What you said?
He didn't expect that.
No, fired right back. Went at him for 2 hours. He said, I can't take this when I'm going to bed, and I still was at work at 6:30.
And shout out to you again because my girl Bay Roberts was doing Dame Dash down there.
Yeah,
and
I heard that was. That,
but it's coming. It's supposed to come back in April. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you. And so my thing is this, and we'll do a 2 or 3. But my thing is this: I'm showing the Nashville community that we got a prominent guy in the town that's trying to reach out to us and trying to show us that we can do this. And we need to. What do we need to do? And I ain't even talking about the black community. I'm just talking about the community of Nashville. Yep. What do we need to do to make sure the museum stays successful and stays there?
Just stay locked in with us.
Okay.
Everything we do ain't gonna be for everybody.
Okay.
Just stay locked in. Support us, man. If you get family in town, be proud of what you got. Come down. But come see it the first time.
Yeah.
So you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But man, it's your museum. If you look at most email, I call people not our customers, they our guests. Because without y'all, we couldn't be there.
I haven't known you a week two now.
That's right.
I haven't known Dion 2 weeks.
But see, it was a
connection. And we just made happy with connection.
Soon as Lauren said, okay, he want to get conversation over.
Real quick before we go.
Yep.
Talk about how you know when it's a good connection.
Good God. I live by my gut. Anybody that come up the way I do, something on you tell you if it's good.
Yeah.
Bro, just like I'm hooking up. I don't mean plugging him. We got a Soulful Sunday. I wanted the black churches to come here.
Yeah.
So it's half price. We got a Bishop Bar down there serving their food. See, now, he already got his clientele, but now we're partnering.
Yeah.
See, I'll partner with anybody as long as as I tell everybody, the angles got to match. They can't be like this, can't be like this.
The angles got to match.
Everybody got to eat.
Angles got to match,
Angles got to match. Everybody can come up, but don't play me cheap because, see, what blacks tend to do in the cities I lived in.
Okay.
They see national blues museum, national underground railroad. They see that national and think you got money. We ain't got money. We literally paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
So we got to have y'all. And the way we do it is with us doing programming, giving y'all a reason to come. That's how we make it. We give y'all a reason to come. We ain't kicked off our life. Me and what's my boy name? I just met with him Friday.
I'm gonna tell you a good
Wait
supporter.
till we announce this block party coming up.
That's gonna be good. But I'm gonna tell you a good supporter that's shout out to Slim and Huskies.
Yeah.
Every time y'all doing something, Slim and Huskies is passing out free food.
Bro.
Every time the African American Museum is doing something. I was just down there. Shout out to Lil Bree, to Bree.
Yeah. Oh,
he was down there. That's my guy.
I done met him 2 times, man.
That's my guy. They was down. Look, Slim and Huskies, Bree performed. I think it was an Apple or something. It was something
Apple,
they was doing.
it was
Apple
prior
was
to
doing.
me, but it was
Okay,
Apple.
that's what I'm
I've
saying.
heard
And,
about them.
man, food, everything. So again, appreciate you, Dion, for coming out.
Man, I'll be
Man,
here.
I
And
love
get
you.
me back on because we ain't touched on
No,
nothing. We
gonna
all over the place.
We gonna touch everything. If you're alive, subscribe. God told me I'll be sitting with presidents.
Oh, come
And
on.
I was sitting with one today. If you're alive, subscribe.